Let's talk in more detail about the light-dependent reactions and really discuss how the light-dependent reactions work. Because we already know that in the light-dependent reactions, the chlorophyll absorbs light and creates these high-energy electron carriers that are then going to go to the light-independent reactions. We also know that the light-dependent reactions take place in the thylakoid membrane. So let's look at our diagram. Here we have the membrane of the thylakoid. So the thylakoid is a fluid-filled sac, not fuel. The thylakoid membrane is a fluid-filled sac. It's rather flat and it's stacked up in these stacks called grana. So the inside of the thylakoid is this space, the thylakoid space, and outside the thylakoid we have the stroma. The stroma is the fluid that fills the rest of the chloroplast. That's not part of the thylakoid. Pay attention to this equation in the top right corner. There are actually two processes that we see here. The end result, this is the final product of the light-dependent reaction. The end result of this light-dependent reaction is to convert ADP into ATP by adding another phosphate group to ADP, and also to convert NADP plus into NADPH by adding 2 hydrogen ions and 4 high energy electrons to NADP plus to form NADPH. So what we actually get is 2 NADPH molecules out of each cycle of the light-dependent reaction and 1 ATP molecule. Again, the end result of this light-dependent reaction is to convert ADP and NADP plus into the energy carriers ATP and NADPH. There are 4 main stages of the light-dependent reactions. Photosystem 2, which actually comes before photosystem 1. Then we have the electron transport chain. Then we have photosystem 1. And then we have hydrogen ion movement and ATP formation. And photosystem 2 is the first step. Why is it called photosystem 2? Because it was discovered after photosystem 1. So photosystem 1 was discovered, it was called photosystem 1, and then photosystem 2 was discovered. Even though it takes place before photosystem 1 in the cycle, it was discovered afterwards, so they called it photosystem 2. Here is the electron transport chain. Notice that it has electron carriers as products. So this is where the this is where the high energy electrons that were formed in photosystem 2 are carried to the NADPH. Then here is photosystem 1. Photosystem 1 is in the middle of the electron transport chain, and it comes after photosystem 2 again. And then finally, we have the area in which the hydrogen ion movement and ATP formation is illustrated. This uses something called ATP synthase because ATP is being synthesized. We'll talk about this later in more detail.